Are Thai people jealous? Do Thai people not do boundaries? When I say that Thai people don't seem to do boundaries, I have to swallow my words in this regard. Why would the country that focuses so much on respect doesn't seem to do boundaries? Oh, this is quite a difficult talk. This is a topic about whether or not Thai people do boundaries. I got asked this question quite a few times now because I know a lot of people who are non-Thai who date Thai people, Thai guys or Thai girls. One of the common things, as they say, would be along the line of, after a few dates, the Thai guys or Thai girls would text me, asking me where I am, who I'm with, what I'm eating, and sometimes that would also come in the form of a phone call as well. Last month, an audience from this channel has reached out to me and asked this particular question about the behavior of her boyfriend. She had an argument with her boyfriend one evening. They were sitting on a couch, bickering. She was really upset with him. He was trying to console her. And by trying to console her, he was touching her thigh with his hand. Obviously, she was upset and she didn't want to be touched. So she said, "Hands off, don't touch me." He still kept doing that. And the more that he did that, the more she got upset. So she reached out to me and basically said this line, which really hit me hard. She said, "Why would the country that focuses so much on respect doesn't seem to do boundaries?" And I'm like, this is a very interesting question. Because it's true that so many times there are certain Thai behaviors which seem to cross personal boundaries. There's so many Thai behaviors, especially in dating, that seem so possessive. Are Thai people jealous? Do Thai people not do boundaries? I'm gonna answer all that in this episode, or at least try to tackle them as best as I can. When it comes to the issue of boundaries or respect for boundaries, actually, the word that you should focus on is not boundaries, but respect. The Thai or the East might do the word respect a bit differently from the West. In the West, the key concept of respect is human rights, individualism. Everyone is equal to anybody else, so you respect someone because they're human. In the East or in Thailand, we know about that concept, but our history seems to suggest that the concept of respect is based on something else. We have this concept of filial piety where you have to respect your elders, your parents, or someone older. Filial piety means putting family first. It can clash with personal space because elders expect obedience, leaving less room for personal boundaries. In Thailand, we have this Y gesture, which a lot of non-Thai people, especially Westerners, would think that this is a greeting. Well, this isn't a greeting, is it, if you don't do this to your friends? You only do this to someone who's higher in the social status than you are, elders you respect, or your customers that you are grateful for. I will never do this to my friends, not as a non-joke anyway. So this isn't a greeting. This is the way to show respect. And this gives you a clue that the respect in Thailand is actually tied to the concept of social harmony, social hierarchy, and all of this is under the umbrella of collectivism. Let's recap. In the West, the respect as a term is more towards individualism. And in the East, the respect seems to be more geared towards collectivism, the idea of social hierarchy. I would say that these are learned behaviors. I think even as a young kid, you are taught or you learned in this society that your parents have so much influence towards you. You have to respect them, you have to listen to them. Thai kids on average would really follow what their parents want them to do or want them to be, the choice of education, the choice of who they're going to marry. For sure, there's a lot of rebels, there's a lot of people that don't want to do the things that their parents want them to do. But the way that Thai kids would break their parents' command is to doing it in silence. So it's a don't ask, don't tell. It's very rare to have Thai kids that confront the parents about the thing that they think that their parents are wrong, unlike in the West. I have an example where this friend of mine who's from Australia, when he was 6 years old, his Aussie dad remarried a Thai woman. So the Thai woman has become his stepmother. And they were really close, his stepmother and himself, to the point that he was so inspired and started learning Thai when he was a kid. So now he's fluent in Thai and still very close to his mother. Now he's in his 20s. He wants to do things that people at this age do, like ride a motorbike, do some extreme sports. And his stepmother, his Thai stepmother, hates all of this and tries to convince him to not do this. Basically, she just told him like, no, don't do this. You can't do this. Know this, know that. It has been this ongoing problem to the point that the dad needed to pull the mom aside.
We need to talk about our son.
And told her, you know, he's your kid, but he's also an Australian kid. You can't treat him like you treat a Thai kid. Personal boundaries often get encroached in favor of collectivism or social harmony. There is a story where a teacher at the uni forces the students, well, not forces students, but asks the students to go on Facebook because the teacher wanted to order homework via Facebook. There's one student who didn't want to go on Facebook for whatever reason. He just wanted to stay on email. But no, that's not possible. So at the end, the teacher successfully made all the students go onto Facebook just because he wanted to order homework on Facebook. In another story, you could see how Thais like to do things together. This isn't something that seemed to be bad or anything, but you can see how the desire to go together could actually hinder personal boundaries. When Thai people go on a holiday, it's often quite different from how the Western people go on a holiday as a group. When Thai people go on a holiday as a group, as much as possible, we try to stick together. From day one, there is this story where a group of Thai people go on a holiday together. At the end of the holiday, just before they catch their flight back to their hometown, they have only a few hours. And they have the option of going to a waterfall or going shopping. And the group split into these two desires. And I think in the Western world, probably people would just do their own things and meet at the airport. But no, at the end, this Thai group decided to do both things. Probably didn't get to do each of the things so well because of time limitation. But that is because they wanted to do things together. In another example, this is where sometimes some Thais even understand the concept of boundaries on behalf of the Western people. But when it comes to treating another Thai person or other Thai people, we still apply the rule of no boundaries. So this was when I was stuck on an island during COVID. Well, voluntarily stuck on an island during COVID. At some point, the COVID vaccination became available. So I applied for it. On the day of the vaccination, I showed up. There were two queues. One queue is for foreigners, mostly Westerners, and the other queue is for the Thai people. The queue for foreigners, you were given this queue number 1, number 2, number 3, and it's quite busy. So let's say if you get number 300, then you can just go have lunch, have coffee, and return later. For the Thai queue though, we weren't given the queue number. We were given seats. So every time someone ahead of us get vaccinated, then we would move seat. So it's like playing musical chairs. So I remember that I don't know how long that was gonna last, and every time I needed to pee or grab some water, and I would need to rely on my neighbors to keep the seat for me. At the end, it took me 5 hours. It was a little bit baffling. I was wondering why they couldn't use the same queuing system for both the Westerners line and the Thai line. But I think this is a good example of how sometimes we have two standards for everything. And when it comes to Thai people perceiving another Thai person, then we apply this social collectivist rule, almost a military rule in this case, I think. All right, I just want to talk about the sponsor in this episode a bit. And it is myself. My friend and I have developed this app to help you learn Thai in an immersive way using this technique of word repetition. So you would get to learn this word in sentences that are catered to you specifically by me. So I've chosen these sentences to help you learn Thai sentences that you would actually need in your real life. So go on to Speekeo, Speee with double E. It's available on both Android and Apple. If you can't find it, just let me know. I hope you enjoy using it. Also, don't forget to click like and subscribe if you like this content. All right, back to the main thing in this episode. And now, when you look at the term boundaries from the linguistic perspective, I would also argue that a lot of Thai people might not understand the word boundaries as you know it, as you Westerners or non-Westerners who understand the word boundaries know it. If you ask a general Thai person about the word boundaries that has been translated into Thai, which exists by the way, I think they would tend to understand the word boundaries as you having your own private property and putting the signpost saying don't trespass. People actually would confuse the word boundaries with the word privacy, private properties. So the word boundaries or personal boundaries are still relatively new in the language, and maybe it would take a while for people to absorb it. Another clue is maybe in the Thai greetings itself. You know, I've talked in this video that Thai people don't say how are you, and I think how are you is pretty individualistic as a question. How are you? How am I? You know, if you actually look at the way two Thai people speaking to another, because I think when they speak to you, sometimes people code switch, so you would still get sabai mai, like are you well? How are you? Anyhow, Thai people usually say things like ไปไหนมา Where have you been? Where did you go before coming here? Or กินอะไรมาหรือยัง Have you eaten yet? Which is a bit of a nosy sort of the question, which is a bit of a question that doesn't actually seem to care about personal boundaries. But this question actually refers to the well-being of the whole community. We want to know where have you been earlier, because if it's unsafe, then it can help protect you. And we want to know if you have eaten, because if you haven't, then maybe we could find you something to eat, or we can share a food together. On top of that, if you notice the way that people speak in the Thai language, if you know Thai a little bit, you would notice one quite interesting thing, that Thai people don't often use the word I or you or my or your that often at all. And I think this actually shows the lack of personal boundaries. Remember, we talked about this concept of collectivism. I think when we think we are collectivistic, that we are one, then the boundaries between personal space is slight, is less important. For example, in English, when you want to say you're going to see a doctor, to say, I'm going to see my doctor, I'm going to walk back to my car, there's a lot of I, there's a lot of my used just very casually. In Thai, it's not like that at all. You would say, go see doctor, ไปหาหมอ So no I, no my, not even an article a and the, doesn't matter. When you want to say you're going to walk back to your car, in Thai you would say, walk back car, เดินกลับรถ No I, no my. And perhaps this is one of the reasons why Thai people hate to say no, because when there is no concept of individuality and personal boundaries, you don't actually say no to someone else, or you don't actually say no to protect your own boundaries. You actually say no to the collective, and it's hard to say no to the collective because it's like you say no to other people as well as yourself. Just a thought. I think when it comes to personal boundaries, one of the things that is very interesting is that, on the street, when you walk on the street, I think Thai people give you so much space and so much boundaries. You can dress however you like. You can even sing while walking on the street and no one would bat an eye. Well, maybe people would look at you and giggle, but no one is going to verbally abuse you just for you to be yourself. No one is going to abuse you just because you are a man and you would like to wear skirts. No one would make any comments about it all. So when I say that Thai people don't seem to do boundaries, I have to swallow my words in this regard because I think we do boundaries when it comes to people that we don't know. But when it comes to personal relationships, though, I think that's where boundaries get tricky. That's where boundaries get encroached. In fact, there is this funny thing when it comes to being gay, for example. In the West, the people that would harass you, the people that would verbally abuse you is the one that aren't your friends, that aren't your family. In Thailand, it can actually be the opposite. Other people let you be. We don't want to mess with other people's family members. But when it comes to your friends, when it comes to your family members, this is where all the comments would come towards you. This is where sometimes you get homophobic slurs, not from strangers, but from the people that you know well. And it's not just about being gay. Sometimes people would make comments on your makeup, your skin color. A lot of girls get told by people in their family or their friends that they are a bit too fat, that they have too big of a thigh. It's interesting how boundaries are set when it comes to public space, but then in the private space, everyone just wants to be on top of the other person. I think perhaps you can put it this way, that there's this weird way of the way that Thai people do boundaries, and it is that if it's someone else, not in my family circle, not in my friend circle, it's none of my business. They can have their own boundaries, personal boundaries. But if it's someone in my family or friend circle, I am just gonna take it as my business and there's no boundaries much anymore. In fact, I think there is this study about closeness between people. The result of this study shows that when it comes to close friends in the Western world and the Eastern world, the close friends in the Western world would leave more gap, would leave more personal space between each individual more than the Eastern world. In the Eastern world, if you're close friends, sometimes you don't leave each other space too much. You would make this, rude comments. Sometimes you would show up at your friend's place unannounced. So this is a study from psychologists Hazel Markus and Shinobu Kitayama, who found that while Westerners see the self as a distinct, independent island, Eastern cultures view it as an interconnected web. And they also have this really weird brain scan thing going on where they scan the brain when they ask their participants to think about the word self and the word mother. So for Westerners, when they think of the word self and the word mother, different region in the brains lit up. But for Eastern participants, the same region lit up, and they concluded that for Eastern participants, their brains process loved ones as part of their own identity. So the psychological gap and the physical boundary between people in the East is naturally much smaller. Wow. So yeah, I think this is also supporting this argument that maybe boundaries is more of a Western concept. Having said all that, I recognize this problem when it comes to intercultural relationships. And I do think that the best relationships would occur when you actually have a genuine and kind conversation. I know that Thai people don't seem to do confrontation so well, but I think maybe there's a little bit of a myth in that because I think people can change and the world is changing fast. And I believe in the fact that you can actually say anything to anyone, any culture, if you are nifty enough, if you're kind enough, if you can express it in a way that's genuine, and if you know the art of doing it. First off, I think you need to determine if this relationship is worth it. I mean, I guess I don't have to even say this because I'm not a psychologist, but if it's not worth it, probably you won't even ask this question, right? But if it's worth it, I would recommend you to sit down and talk to your boyfriend or girlfriend about it, about how you are raised, about how he's raised, and show your understanding towards each other upbringing and share with one another how you're feeling. You could tell the person that this is how your culture shaped you to be this way, and you understand that the person might struggle with this particular thing because they aren't used to it. And at the same time, you can also show your struggle or your understanding towards not knowing the other person's culture as well. And I think that is actually the way to bridge the gap between you and your partner or your friends. And if it doesn't work out, then I would probably say in the long run, maybe this is not someone for you, because when we talk about relationship, we talk about, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years, right? So you want to have at least someone that you can sit down and talk to them in a way that it won't create a big drama. I also think that Thai people, it went with our quirks, it went with our cultural conditioning. We aren't as different after all. All right. It turns out to be a psychology session, maybe. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this episode. I really appreciate you watching The Real Thailander so far and sending me a lot of questions. I really appreciate it. Thank you. And I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next episode. ขอบคุณครับ